Welcome to round 7 of tonight's race here in FFG. We're at Silverstone. It's a 90-minute race around a dry Silverstone. And just having a quick look at this track this evening. Everybody loves it. Straight into Cops we go, then through Maggots and Beckett's, then down along the Hanger Straight, and then we come to a really hard curve, which is Stowe Corner, getting that right all the time. Then we come around by Club, and then we head up by Abbey then, which is then flat out up to a hard braking zone. Then we go down the back straight there, and we come around there by Luffield and around and finish the lap. This is going to be absolutely epic tonight. Let's have a look at those standings here now tonight, guys. So, in first place at the minute, we have Marco Esposito on 522 points. It's not over yet with 2 races to go and a lot of points to play for. Aaron Holloway has a chance of maybe pipping the win and getting that FFG Championship hoodie. He's on 455, joined with Polly Amy, so very, very close there with second and third. Nathan Warren is not too far behind on 420 points. Then it's down to Baz O'Neill in 5th on 375. John Dudley then in 6th on 343. Then Oliver, after his last race there, he didn't start after getting 2 race wins in a row. He's joined on 339 with Matt Ransley, with Brett Batsey there on 263 points. We have Anthony Ferrante, who won't be able to race the next 2 races, unfortunately. So that's his season done at 258 points, with Dave Hill then on 193. Chico on 150 or 89, getting back into it. Batek on 159. He is Aaron's best friend. And with Peter Phelan there in 14th on 150 points, with Gary Smith on 147. Giles then on 138 points. Stephen Glennon on 132. Then we've Andrea on 110. Then we go down more. You'll see Abe Santanama on 99 with Matthew Gamble on 90, along with Chris Tedder on 90. Potty Ketts on 66. Master on 57 and Townsend on 49. Then we also have Luca Marie on 45 points, and then all on 42 points are Hansen, Hannick and Tony Hazard. Let's have a look at the real life racing now, guys. And welcome along, here we are into qualifying. That's Holloway after jumping into the pits. We'll jump on with Glenn Smith, who's making his FFG debut here at the minute. But it's going to be an interesting qualifying, guys. Abe has a bit of competition up there now with Manzico, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do and what can then Chico do. Baz, Giles, Peter, everybody else there. Also John Dudley, Matthew Gamble's in. So decent sized grid, guys, 21 cars. And of course Batek there as well. Batek needs to get out of the way there. Smith goes through Maggots and Beckett's. So it's a 90-minute race around here, guys. 2 pit stops, mandatory fuel only, and they can splash and dash if they want, but I will definitely imagine there will be tyres changing. It's going to go from daytime into nighttime is going to be the evolution. There won't be any rain. It's going to be dry. Temperatures might fluctuate a little bit. Might be a little bit chilly coming the darker side of it, but should be nice and stable and nothing too crazy here this evening. So Glenn is starting his lap. No one's actually got a lap time through just yet. So let's see how this does go. I think is Glenn going to be the first person to do one? No. Drop it down. This is Glenn. I think he's only starting to drive the Lambo as well, so it'll be interesting to see how he does get on. I see race from the back there, yellow flag. Oh, he's dropped the engine. Oh, be careful, be careful. I think Glenn's going to be coming up across that now as well, is he? No, he's gone way by that. I'm far behind it. So, he has invalidated his lap. So, who is on a lighter lap? So, Manzico here. This is the guy who seems to be rapid. We'll stay on with him now. Although, Abe, going to cross the line there at 157.8. That is quite a nice lap. That is quite a nice lap indeed. Let's see what Manzico can do here, because he's up a good bit of time as well. Manzico running as much of the track as possible. Wow, that was an astonishing lap. 157.6. 0.152 between the guys there. Dominic Easton, after getting jumped by Esposito there. Esposito at 159.2 in that beautiful Mercedes of his. So let's see, we'll jump on now next with Mr. Chico's invalidates. We'll jump on with, where is next, or who is next should I say. Dudley's gone up into third position. Let's see, where is Matty Gamble? Has not started a lap yet. Nathan Moran's only started. Trying to get to people as they are improving. Chico's on a fast lap there now. Why isn't Chico's livery? I knew well he'd change it to the point that Arthur Foy was wrong. He has a beautiful livery. It's a Fight Taxi livery that I made, and of course when he's uploaded it's not worth this time round. Aaron Holloway though is using his livery, and he's asking people not to touch Batek, so he's being very kind to Batek. I told you these guys would become best friends, and it's happening. But I have to say, it's a lovely one-off livery that Aaron has done here today. He normally reps the Williams. To be honest with you, you could incorporate the Williams into that because it's an absolutely stunning livery. So let's see who gets on there with that one as he goes. So Matty Gamble is on a bit of a rapid lap, so we're going to jump on with Matty now as he continues around there in his 2ID liveried BMW. I do like the colour scheme, the nice light pink and kind of turquoise as well. Quite a nice looking livery that there by Matty. At the minute, Abe is less than a tenth or less than 2 tenths away from Manzico. Dudley is a little bit off them, about a second off the pace there, and then we have Esposito in 4th. Dominic East up to 5th position. Glenn is in 6th. Great job by Glenn in his new car. Ricky Polyami in 7th. Aaron in 8th. Christy in 9th. Nathan in 10th. Baz in 14th as well. Joy's doing great up in 12th. Matthew Gamble's on quite a nice lap here, and I know this man is silly fast in this Beamer everywhere. I'll be interested to see what he does as Chico jumps up right with the guys there into P3. What can Matty Gamble do? Will it go up to the top here to have a look? As Matty crosses the line there up into 6th position. So at the minute there's Manzico. Abe is up 3 tenths nearly at the minute, so let's down with Abe. He's absolutely hockeying that car around. Chico's up time as well. This would be quite interesting to see. Can Abe do it? He's up a bit of time, but it keeps fluctuating at that kind of level. It goes from being up a load of time to not being up a load of time in the matter of a tip of a shot. Oh, that's killed his lap. That's killed his lap. He's still up a little bit of time, but he's not up enough as Manzico pulls out a 157.4, guys. Unbelievable. That is some time. So Abe is still going to improve by a tenth or so. And he lost a lot of time there, so there's definitely more to come from him. Chico as well, plenty of time to come, but I'm going to jump on and give everyone a bit of a shout out here as well. So we're on with Cam Masters now, who's yet to set a lap time, and as we look there, Chris Tedder's finally set a lap time and is up in 8th position. Batek is out on a lap at the minute, and nearly at this stage you want us to get a banker in. There's still plenty of time to go for a faster lap, but you need to get that banker in. You need to have a little bit of time there on the track. As we're on now with Brit. So this is Brit's livery. I uploaded that today from, he made that one himself. I really do like the texture on it as well. It looks very nice. And look, a snakeskin livery. And one with Baz with a new refined Baz livery. Carbon front splitter, carbon window covers, and a carbon rear splitter mixed with paint. It looks the absolute job there. Absolutely stunning looking livery there for Baz. As Britt goes up into 8th position there. Racing from the back, Stacey Ellis there up in 19th. Phelan is in 17th. Giles is in 16th. Dr. Evil, a name I've seen from a good while ago, is in racing with us tonight. And I have to say, I think that hands down is one of the nicest liveries I've ever seen. It's a thing of beauty, that. He's done a great job with that one. But we'll go on down with Britt. Oh, Batek got up into 15th. Well done, Batek. Great stuff to you. Darren Christie crossing the line. He's going to be jumping up a bit of time here. Darren Christie is up nearly 8/10 at the minute. Aaron Holloway, gorgeous as we've seen. Ricky Polyamy doing a great job. Glenn is not doing much this lap. Chris Tedder's up half a second here as well. So guys are improving everywhere. Manzico's on another lap and he's starting to improve. Tanama is coming out onto a lap. Babies. Chico's on an out lap. John Dudley's up a bit of time here. Let's see what John Dudley can do as he goes across the line. Can he bring that gap down a little bit? He's about a tenth up, so it'll be about 1.4, which it is. He's crossed it. Going with Geese next. Geese jumps up into 5th position there. Great stuff. Chris Tedder then up into 6th. It's getting close with these guys. Polyamy's up 1.2 seconds. Polyamy jumps Tedder into 6th position here. They're really starting to push it. Darren Christie's up a second. Where's this going to put him now? He's going to be looking at about P10 if he keeps on with this, or possibly P9. P10 he goes there. Great lap from him there. Dr. Evil's up a bit of time starting out. We're going to go back up to the front. You've John Dudley improving again. You've got Manzico somehow improving again. Abe is slightly up as well. They're really starting to get into it now. Dr. Evil's up. Holloway is up. And Giles, because there's 2 Holloways in here. So Giles is also up. But Manzico here is absolutely pushing the limits of what these cars can do here. Unbelievable stuff. He's up about 2/10 at the minute here. He's hardly going to break into the 56s. He's up about 2.5 tenths here, and he's going to be coming across the line any second now. That's an unbelievable lap at 57.237, guys, around Silverstone. That's unbelievable stuff. Abe hasn't improved this time round. He's half a second now off Manzico. And then it's 0.8 of a second to Chico. Then it's 1.6 to John Dudley. So Britt is improving a bit. Esposito is improving a little bit also. Back further, no one else is improving really on track at the minute. So Glenn still has time to improve, and as I say that, there's a little flash of green. Britt's improving there now, 0.2 of a second he's after finding there, as is Esposito. Somehow Manzico is still finding time, guys. I'm just not understanding this at all. He's found now it's not a huge amount of time, it's less than a tenth, but he's still finding time here. Unbelievable. Abe is starting to find a bit of time here as well. But he will have to go. He'll have a few more laps in him. Now it's only a minute amount of time, but I might drop him down, so it's still at the half a second mark, but a little bit less. As Phelan is in 19th, pushing along nicely. But Holloway, Aaron Holloway's up a good bit of time here. He's up half a second at the minute, so we're going to stay on with him. And Zico's back up a tenth of a second. Is he going to break it into the 156s. I can't imagine it. That'd be unbelievable if he did that. I wonder what his pace would be like then in the race. Is that his race setup, or is it just a sole qualifying setup there as well? Aaron, though, doing a great job here. He's up nearly 0.6 of a second now. He's keeping the momentum going forward. This could be a jump up over possibly Glenn, Nathan and Darren Christie. At the minute, it's looking like he's going to do that. That's great stuff there by Aaron. Keeping it, Aaron, good man. He's lost a slight bit of drive, but he's still going to be up enough time, I think, to jump even Darren Christie here. As he crosses the line, he does. Up into P11 goes Aaron. A phenomenal lap there from him, a 159.6. Manzico is down to a 157.1, but he's up 0.2 this lap. Are we going to be seeing a 156? I'll be absolutely breathtaking if that happens. Unbelievable stuff. Now Glenn is up a bit of time here as well. Glenn's up about 0.2. He's lost a little bit of the last corner, but can still jump 2 positions. He's gonna have to, but he can still gain a bit more time. Oh, he's gained a nice bit of time there. This is good stuff here by Glenn at the minute. Where is Tether in relation to all this? Tether's up in A position now. Just keeping an eye on our Manzico, and Abe's up a nice bit of time there as well. It looked. Glenn's up half a second now. That's going to put him 2.1. Glenn is on it here. This is a very impressive lap here. If he can keep all this time to the end and get a good drive out. He's lost a few tenths there. Oh, Glenn. It's not been the best last corner for him, but he was up over 0.6 of a second. Still puts him up to P10. It's still not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong when I say that. He had so much more time in it though. I'm going to jump out Mazico because, guys, if we see a 156 here, that would be phenomenal. So he's coming around the last corner here. I think we're going to see it, guys. He does it at 156.955. What a lap there by Manzico, as that is it for him. Aaron Holloway's up 0.2 of a second. Abe is up slightly, and then Tether's up slightly. So this will be interesting. So that is it. Aaron gets himself up to P10. Abe is on a fast one here as well. Nobody else is improving at the minute. Wow, so I can safely say it's going to be Baz from Cam, from Phelan, from Holloway, from racing at the back, Stacey then up on 17, great quality from him. Dr. Evil, then Batek, Nathan Warren, Darren Christie, Britt, Glenn Smith. Aaron Holloway does clip Glenn by 0.050 of a second. Matthew Gamble then in P9, Chris Tedder in P8, Holly Amy in P7, Keys is in P6, Dudley in P5, Esposito in P4, Chico in P3, Abe in P2, Manzico in P1 with a stonker of a lap. Unbelievable. Although Tedder's gaining slightly here, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. So 159. Yeah, no, that's it. Well, guys, that was an amazing qualifying session. Wow. Some amazing times there. But Manzico in a class of his own there, fastest first, second and third sector there. Half a second clear of the field. Esposito had jumped Dudley. Where's Chico gone? It's Chico that's missing. Chico has disconnected. Hopefully he can get back in before it's too late. Now I know Abe can't do the race. He said that he is only after doing a 5-hour event, but he just wanted to come in and give the qualifying a bash, which is fine. But guys, it's going to be an interesting 90-minute race. Again, it's 2 mandatory stops. with fuel being the mandatory thing. And you can do a splash and dash. There's no time limit on the fuel. Tyres are optional, but I would assume that people will change tyres over an hour and a half. It's a long way to go in one set of tyres, if they would even last that. So that'd be quite interesting to see. But this is going to be quite an interesting race here. Just letting Gamble know it's 5 minutes for the race. So there's a 5 minute timer there now. That's what literally I was trying to say to him. So let's go through this. Woo, definitely going through it there. Right, so we can see there's 2 people out at the minute. I don't think Chico's going to be able to get back in, so we've got Manzico on pole position there with an unbelievable lap there for Manzico. Then now we have Esposito then in second position there, essentially now with John Dudley in third in the crazy looking zebra or giraffe livery, however you want to look at it. Then we have Dominic Gies in fourth, the only German who hates every German car other than Mercedes. And he loves OnlyFans, by the way. Actually, it's on the roof as well. He is part of SSRI, which I do have a tie with as well. I do a lot of commentary over there when I can. Absolutely love that community. Chico, are you in?
Nope.
What happened?
My wheel disconnected and force feedback gone, and I needed the Alt F4 the game, and now it doesn't let me join back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm just going to run through this and we'll get into that then. So we've got Polly Amy then in 6th position, Chico. Then Tedder's up in 7th. Matty Gamble is in 8th position. But Aaron Holloway now up in 9th position. Aaron's had a great qualifying. In 10th position then we've got Glenn Smith. No, it's... Yeah, it is essentially 10th position now. Britt Batsby then in 11th. Then Darren Christie in 13th position. Nathan Warren is in 14th position. But Batek then up in 15th position. With Dr. Evil in 16th position. Stacey Addis is in 17th position. So great qualifying for Stacey there. Starting to find pace and peace with that car. With Giles Holloway in 18th position. Then we have Phelan in 19th position. Cam Masters in 20th. And then Baz is at the back of the field in that revised livery there. But yeah, so not being a good day for you then, Chico. I think he might be gone. Yeah, he's gone. I think he's had a tough one tonight, unfortunately. No. Just talking to Abe there as well. He's given Manzico credit where credit's due. He said that he's very, very fast, so it'll be interesting to see. I wonder, will Chico join back in if you'd like to do so? That's really annoying. Just chatting away, sorry. So we're going to have a look through this here now. So bear with me. So a few people are having issues with rejoining. Okay, let me see what's going on. No. So let's get back into this one here. Alpha, how are you doing? You're home finally at last. That's what I like to see there. But it's going to be a great race tonight. Thanks for the subscribe on YouTube, Charlie Masters. Great to have you in. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one tonight, Baz. Plenty of action going on tonight. So we're after missing now. There's a few people. So we're getting ready to go soon enough, as the engines are starting in cars there now. So we're after dropping one or two because of steering wheels, direct drive issues there as well. But there's nothing we can do now, guys, on this one. So let's go on to our pole sitter. So there is a bit of a gap there because there should be two other cars, but that'll close enough as they go into position. Oh, he's starting from the back now. So Esposito now is leading off. So I don't know if Monza didn't get in time or what's the crack there, but anyway, we're going to get going now in a second. So Esposito, our championship leader, is going to be starting in first position. I'm sure maybe Manzico's doing a last to first challenge for himself to keep himself entertained with the pace that he's had.
Green light.
So we're going to jump into this now, guys. We're going to the live screen. Let's enjoy this race. It is round 7. So Esposito's got a good start there. Dudley in third position there. Dudley is under a bit of pressure there from Mr. Polyami, is it? It seems. And Polyami Gamble got a great start there as well with Tedder. Polyami's got cut off the mark a bit, but Matthew Gamble there and Chris Tedder, after getting epic starts. Absolutely unbelievable stuff there from them guys. Glenn Smith's up in 6th position there as well. Aaron Howard up to 7, Brooks up to 8. Darren Christie's had a bit of an off moment there. Manzico is slowly coming out of the group. Don't know what's he... Is he going to go a lap down? He's going now anyway. Be interesting to see what he does. He's after giving himself a bit of work. Let's see what he does over 90 minutes. That'll be super impressive. I'll have to try to recruit a few more really fast drivers then, if he's going to stay, because I want to see all these fast guys pushing each other as well. And with Abe, the races are half an hour too late for him, but we can look at that then moving forward. So we're going to get rid of that locked session, so if someone does have a disconnect, they can rejoin the server. We will do that moving forward there. But Holloway's after getting by Glenn Smith there. Let's go back and have a look at that one there. 15 seconds. I just got the job done at that stage. So we missed that one. Sorry guys. But fair play to the boys. They're doing a great job with all the hard racing going on. Oh no! Bosnia and Stacey come together there. Dr. Evil with Charles Dan in 12th and 11th doing great jobs also. Fastest lap of the race is by John Dudley at the minute there in his Zebra camel car, should I say. But great stuff there. Brick bat speedos all over the back now of Glenn Smith. What is Glenn going to be able to do here? Well, everything at the minute. Nathan Morning, bad text right there. Bad tech, relax, don't try the move, he's flashing. That's not the move. Good man for backing out of it. You never want to be trying to overtake there, it never works. So Darren Christie's back going, he's right behind Phelan in Darren Mackey's there. Probably not a strong track for Mackey as Matthew Gamble. Is he going to go for the move on Tedder? He's going side by side nearly. Tedder has the inside line. Matthew's trying to switch back here. Tedder has it blocked off. These boys are pushing hard with Polyami right with them as well. Absolutely unbelievable stuff here at the minute. Absolutely exactly what I expected from these guys. Unbelievable stuff. And then Dr. Evil and Holloway have swapped positions again. Britt's on McLean again. Glenn's keeping ahead. Britt's just sitting in there waiting for something to happen. The same as that with Matthew Gamble. Matthew Gamble, look at this, is going to go for around the outside. He's going to try to switch back, but Chris Tedder sees it. He slows on. Oh, look at the drive out of the corner from Matthew. Chris has the better line there. Matthew's going, oh, bit of a touch. There was a touch from Alden with the turn back. Matthew's going to have to wait there. Oh, let's have a look at that again, but let's have a look from the helicopter point of view. So Matthew goes for the cutback and unfortunately hits Chris. Chris wasn't on the power when they touched, so unfortunately there. We'll have a look at that later on, but for now that is unfortunately how the cookie crumbled there on that one. But Polyamy now up in 4th position. As I say, that Aaron Holloway and Glenn Smith is going to go for it as well. Glenn's getting that toe as well from Aaron. Glenn's after getting by Polyamy. He has Britt on the inside as well. Polyamy sits hanging around the outside, so we're going to stay on here with this. Polyamy is absolutely hanging on. Polyamy is not giving up, either is Glenn. Who's going to give up first? Polyamy backs out with that one there. Britt behind, even 8 or more behind. These guys have great awareness. Whoa, look at Batek. He's going to try around the outside of Nathan Warren here. If he can make this stick, that's a great move. That is a great move from Batek there. Let's go back and have a look at that again. That was beautifully done. He was able to carry more speed than Nathan there. Nathan sees him, gives him the room as well. That was beautiful racing. Beautiful racing there. Well done, guys. Exactly what we love to see there. Nathan's fighting back there now as well. So the pit window's open from now until 5 minutes to the end of the race as well. Going back to racing at the back down in 18th position there. So Manzico's already after finding 2 spots there, by the way. So Baz down in 18th, it looks like. Yeah, because Dominic East is out, as is Chico, as is Abe, unfortunately. So that does bring it down to 18 drivers. But yeah, Baz doing a great job there at the minute. He is fighting with Stacey. He's a little bit back and has the damage. But this guy here, how soon do you think he's going to get up to close fighting for P1? He was about a second, at least 1.5 seconds faster lap in qualifying than these guys. Matthew Gamble is having to work his way back through the pack now. Next target for him is Dr. Evil. Then after that is Nathan Warren. Unbelievable. John Dudley now is only 0.7 of a second off Esposito and is looking for that race win. Dudley has been nothing but improving in his Audi here, and him and Esposito have been having great battles. Matthew Gamble is now in the pits, so this is his first pit. Let's see how long he stops for. I'll keep an eye on that as the race continues on here. But at the minute here, Polyamy is giving Glenn Smith a bit of pressure, but Glenn hasn't faltered yet. Glenn just racing his own race. He's a consistent driver. He's very, very smooth, very handsome, and gets the job done. That's the main thing. So with Matthew Gamble there, looking, he was stopped for 9 seconds in total. So that was a quick one there for Matthew Gamble. So while that has happened, so Baz now up into 18th position. Does Matthew come close enough to Baz? Yeah, he's not too far off Baz when you look at it. Not too far off, to be fair. Then, oh, Holloway and Christie. This is going to be, he's not going to give up. Holloway's going for the inside. He's got it. And he covers it off, so that's great for him. And then Phelan's right behind as well. So 3 McLarens in a row fighting away for that. And as we say that, then Botek and Warren just had a swap around. Botek giving the flashers. Let's have a look at that. So Botek runs a little bit wide. Nathan has a much better drive, and Nathan, this is how Hamilton and Max should have done it. Nathan carries super speed through, somehow holds it. I think that's more of a flash of appreciation from Batek. And as I say that, Batek just gets by Warren again. These guys having an epic battle. Giles, after going off the track there. What happened there? Let's go back. Sorry guys, there's more replays than anything else at the minute. Giles goes around. Did he drop the rear? Oh, he does. He tapped Christie a bit, but it wasn't too bad. As we say that now, Peter Phelan's after going off, and it's going to jump off onto him. Sorry guys, there's loads happening here at the minute. So Peter's after spinning. Batista's after getting by Polyamy here, guys. There's just so much happening at the present moment in time. Oh, I just pulled that off the screen. Sorry guys. Just to go back to have a look at that one there. So I'm going to go back here So this is Baptiste and Polyamy. Oh, bit of a nudge there, but he's got by now anyway. We'll look at it like that after the race. So Baz is now, after being overtook by Matthew Gamble. Masters after dropping it there. Let's go back. Sorry guys, it's all happening. Cam Masters by himself really. They just take too much curve. Oh, just the rear went on him. The tyres were just shouting. Very lucky there for I think that was Phelan and Cam Masters going through. Manzico's now up to 13th position, guys. Batek is still fighting here. Polyamy's gotten by them. Batek is fighting with Polyamy, Nathan Moran behind, Dr. Evil, and of course Christie is getting involved as well, about 8 seconds off that. John Dudley is still sitting 0.6 of a second off Mr. Espiotto. So these are having an absolute epic battle out front. They're clear by 7.8 seconds of Chris Tedder, who's 1.7 seconds ahead of Aaron Holloway. So Aaron Holloway is giving Chris Tedder a great run for his money here this evening. Glenn Smith then is under a bit of pressure here from Britt. As we go side by side, who's going to be nervous on the brake? Oh, Britt does absolutely gets on the brakes later. Glenn's going to try and cut back and come back at him, but Britt there carried so much speed in that Ferrari going through. But fair play to Glenn. He's seen it coming and didn't turn in, and he knew there was more at stake. So Matthew Gamble is after getting by Stacey Ellis just there now. So Matthew Gamble is starting to come back through after his first pit stop done. Don't forget there's 2 pit stops here tonight, guys, as we have Polyamy and Warren both coming into the pit at the same time. Very interesting. And John Dudley is starting to pull in Espiotto now. So this is where Dud's coming in. Manzico, oh my god. Manzico there absolutely flying at 158.6. Oh, Smith's after having a moment. Oh, no. What's happened there? Curve. Just the rear looks like... Oh, the rear just goes on him. The tyres cried a little bit too much. Oh, wow. So we're on now with Cam Masters. But getting back into this one here now, is just looking at Chico, what he was saying there. So Manzico is up into 9th position now, and we have Dudley still half a second off. Manzico's getting very close to Mr. Darren Christie there. Christie's not even fighting him, he's just letting him through. He knows that's not his race this evening, as Nathan Moran is coming up now towards Baz. Size of that compared is just unbelievable. Baz doing a good enough job there at the minute. Nathan's having to fight and try and find a way around. So at the minute, Baz is doing a great job there, but John Dudley now is absolutely sniffing on Esposito here now. Not what Esposito wants. Aaron Holloway though only 5 seconds off Chris Tedder. Dr. Evil's less than a second now off Batek. That'll be interesting, but you can see there where Dudley's strong, he loses out to where Esposito's strong now. Esposito better through the corners, but then that Audi comes back into it on those straights. Nathan Moran though is still stuck behind Baz at the minute, so Baz having a great race there. Stacey Ellis is after having a pit stop there. Dr. Evil though is catching Batek like there is nothing else happening out there. So let's see how he gets on with that one. It's looking fairly nice out there, guys, at the minute, as the dawn of the day, I suppose, comes into play. As it gets darker now, temperatures may go down slightly. So Nathan's trying to make that move now. So he's slightly ahead, but Baz is not going to give up too easy. And Baz has let him by without killing him too much. In fairness, he's not really lost too much time himself, Baz, in overfighting the position as well. So it's great to see that. Phelan, though, is starting to catch Giles Holloway, who's up into 10th position. As I say that, he runs a bit wide. I'll give him the commentator's course off the bat there. Dr. Evil is now 0.4 of a second off Batek here now. Same machinery. Same machinery, so this could be very interesting. Let's see how we get on. Oh, Tedder's after having a moment. Tedder doing Tedder things. What happened to him? Is it what's happened to everyone else? Just the tyres giving up? Oh, he hits the curb that sends him into Timbuktu. Oh, God help if anyone comes to that. Oh, I tell you one thing, Aaron done great to avoid hitting him there. So fair play to Aaron. The last place. Oh, Dudley is right on here as well as we're looking at that replay. Dudley is fighting like there is nothing else happening. This could be another Hamilton Verstappen situation. He's showing the nose, but he's not just close enough yet. And the exhaust glowing on Dudley's Audi there, giving it absolutely everything. Jumping on here because Batek now has Tedder just ahead of him, and then Dr. behind. So it's 3 Beamers in a row. Be very interesting to see how they get on there. It's a shame what with the disconnect for Chico, for Dominic. I don't know why Glenn quit, but unfortunately, hopefully we'll see him back next week. Just the tyres look like they died on that car as well. So Dudley's 0.3 of a second off. Batek here is in a great little battle here. I wonder how Chris's tyres are holding up. So let's see how we get on. But Dudley's going to go for it again here. He's 0.4 of a second now. He till it off a bit. So Tedder's now in the pits. So Tedder's getting his first pit stop in. That's Manzico now up in the 7th position. Unbelievable. That's phenomenal driving there from him. So will Matthew Gamble get by Chris Tedder? That's the thing here. Because Matthew was unlucky with that spin that time. But will that spin from Tedder have lost him more time? Because here's Matthew Gamble. He has got by Chris Tedder. So the fight's back on with Matty Gamble and Chris Tedder as well. Going back up here, Dudley. Super close. Super close now to Esposito again. But it's the same thing. Every time he gets close, then it just drops off. This is super, super tough for them. Logan, what have you missed? What haven't you missed? So our pole sitter Manzico here decides to pit from the, or start from the pits 1.7 seconds clear of the next car. Unbelievable pace at 156, and in race pace doing 157 is the fastest lap for someone else is 158.809, 157.8 out of Manzico, and he started last with about 30-40 seconds down as well, so he's absolutely flying here. Next victim is Dr. Evil. We can't really fight that. Batek is next for him. But the good thing is Dr. Evil can try and stay and get a pull on. Look at this though, Britt is catching Aaron Holloway. As Matthew Gamble is, I think, after getting by Cam Masters there. We're going to stick on with this one now. This is for the last podium position at the minute. We're only 18.5 minutes into this race of the 1 hour and 30 minute race. It has been just so busy so far. It feels like I'm after doing an hour. Unbelievable stuff so far. Chris Tedder down in 13th position. You got Racing to back in the last position at the minute. You have then Baz in 16th, Nathan in 15th, Polyami in 14th, Tedder in 13th, Masters in 12th, Gamble in 11th, Phelan in 10th, Holloway in 9th, Christie in 8th, Dr. Evil up to 2nd or 7th, Manzico is now 6th, going to be P5 soon enough, I would say. And then up for them is Britt behind then in P4, Aaron in P3, Duds in P2, and then Esposito, our championship leader at the minute, in P1. That championship hoodie starting to feel like it's going to be his. So everything is on there. We're going to jump on to Manzico versus Batek. Manzico going to throw it around the outside there and go the inside. I think Batek knows himself here. That race is not his. That's different gravy there at the minute. He's unbelievably fast. Phelan is starting to catch Mr. Holloway here. So Manzico's 6 seconds off Britt. So let's see how that goes. With this battle here, Phelan, Holloway, Gamble's right behind, and Cam Masters. Gamble definitely needs to try and get through this fairly fast. As Phelan and Gamble... Oh, look at this. Gamble has to get on the brakes here. I'm going to go Helicam because this is crazy. Phelan is gone too hard on the brakes, and a door has opened up for Matthew Gamble. Like there was no tomorrow there. And jumps up, and then Holloway gets up into P10, Cam P11, Phelan 13th, and now Tedder is going to be stuck behind this battle for a little bit. That's good for Matthew Gamble because he can pull that gap from Tedder, because they will be racing essentially each other at present. Very interesting there. But fair play to Matthew Gamble there. That was patient driving as well. He got on the brink, sat behind, and just waited. And it came to him down as well. So the exhaust glowing on that M4 as well, like there's no tomorrow. Polyami though is going to be joining that there now because he's right behind Phelan. So Tedder's already got by Phelan. So let's see how Tedder gets on with Cam, who's all over the back of Mr. Masters there as well. Or sorry, Holloway. So it'll be interesting to see. Just enjoying this battle here. So Matthew Gamble's pulling a nice lead there, which is nice for him. Tedder though is still stuck behind all the battling going on. But Britt is still about half a second off Mr. Aaron Holloway, with then John Dudley 0.7 of a second off. And Cam and Holloway's just after going very wide, and that's opened the door for Tedder as well. Tedder will take that, I'm sure. So jumping back up here, so Britt 0.7 off Holloway. John Dudley and Esposito are still at it. No give up there. Britt's very, very close to Aaron here now. Britt's going to go for it. This will be interesting. Beautiful. There you have Manzico in the background. So Britt has got the move done now in Holloway. Tedder though is all over the back of Cam Masters though. Holloway is right behind him as well, so it's definitely all go. And good news for Matty Gamble, he's pulled nearly 6 seconds now on Tedder, which is what he needs, and Tedder's going to have to let off a bit here as well. And Masters is fighting his little heart out here. But unfortunately, the McLaren's weakness is straight line speed. So I would assume how Chris, or close Chris is, although he's not pulling in as much as I expected. So Chris Tedder is stuck behind him for another while, which is good news for Matty. So Holloway is sticking with Britt, but also now you hear that in the background, that V10 screaming of Manzico is right there. So I'm going to jump on with Dudley next. Dudley's still fighting with him, doing exactly what he can do. The Welshman with the moustache. As Britt has decided to jump into the pits, guys. So Britt is in the pits. Tedder up into 11th. Polyamy has got by Holloway there. Let's have a look at that one. So it looks just like he got a bad drive out, which means then Polyamy is going to have the better line, the better drive. Yeah, that was unfortunate for Giles. He's going to have to put the head back down and focus and keep going, but these things happen. So Britt's still in the pits, so Matthew Gamble's going ahead of Britt. So Britt's only leaving the pits now, so that's going to be Tedder by him as well, just about. Oh, he does. Tedder gets by. So Manzico gets by Aaron Holloway. So Manzico is about... Oh, Britt's after having... Oh, wow. A huge moment there. Let's go back there. He's come out with the pits. Oh! That was a touch from Polyamy. Brett will not be happy in the chat, I'm sure. So Dudley now 0.7 of a second off our Esposito leader. With Britt now having Phelan right behind him and Cam Masters. Batek's after having a bit of a moment. Let's have a look. I'll go a second camera angle here. So he gets around that. Okay, just the grass. Ah. Oh. Not much you can do there. It is what it is. But he's back on, that's the main thing. And he's still in 6th position. So, you know, not too bad. Not too bad. Manzico is 19 seconds off Dudley. So Stacey Ellis is still behind Baz. Baz is only 5.8 seconds up the road now. It looks like Baz has pitted, because the front of his car looks quite nice again. Nathan Moran then in P15, Cam Masters in P14, Phelan in P13, Britt in 12th, Giles in 11th, Polyamy then in 10th, Tedder up to 9th. He is 6.4 seconds off Matty Gamble, with Christie then ahead of them. Batek in P6, but Dudley here is doing all he can now to try and pull in with Esposito. Be interesting to see how they get on. Great stuff there from both of them, but you gotta feel it's down to can you get the undercut or overcut. Cam Masters is in the pits, so just to give you a heads up as well, guys. So Esposito has not pitted, either has John Dudley. Manzico has not pitted. Holloway has pitted. Holloway hasn't pitted. Either is Evil, Batek, Christie. Gamble and Tedder have. Giles hasn't. Britt has, then Nathan Moore and Polyamy, Masters, Baz and Stacey all have pitted. So kind of half the grid haven't pitted yet. And there's 2 mandatory stops, do not forget. As I say that, Manzico goes in for his first pit stop. Be interesting to see what Manzico does. Aaron's after coming out of the pits there now. So that's him out. So that's one of his pit stops done. Oh no, it's not. He just had an off moment. Let's go back 30 seconds to see what that was. Little sneaky turkey. I thought that was him actually coming out of the pits for some reason. Oh, did he hit the wall? No, he was lucky. It just looked like he came out of the pits. He was blessed. Ah, that's gas. That is absolutely gas. So Tether's after getting by Manzico because Manzico's in the pits, as is Batek. Great stuff there. So still, and Brit's now in the pits, I think, for his second run, but that's probably to fix a bit of damage as well. Aaron, though, is still in P3. Dudley doing a great job sticking with Esposito. You could split these two a hair at this stage. That's how close it has been with them. Great stuff there. Anyway, now looking back, so Brit's still in the pits. He's fixing that damage. There's big damage there, obviously. Stacey having that Mercedes roaring along. Darren Christie doing a great job here, to be fair. Great to have him in with us. Well, let's see how that goes. So it's at the kind of stage now. The only close battle really is this at the minute because of pit stops as well. Have kind of nullified the race, and even though it's still going on and the strategies are playing out. It's nice to see Phelan getting right out of the way of the drivers there as well. Fair play to you, Mr. Phelan. So an hour left, just under an hour should I say, left in this race here this evening. We are 30 minutes in of the 90-minute race here in Silverstone. And unfortunately, a disconnection for the steering wheel for Dominic East has made him not being able to race. Glenn Smith unfortunately had a drop. He dropped the car with the tyres and decided to call it a night. Chico had a disconnect, if I remember right, as well. Abe couldn't race, but he wanted to come in and just see how quick the new driver Manzico is, and yeah, he's after finding out fairly quick just how good he has been. But Manzico here is fighting with Nico Warren as we're talking about that. So Nathan is trying to fight as well with Holloway. I just wonder for how long can Warren hold off Manzico's efforts. Manzico's gonna try, he's showing the nose. Right now he's just letting by. He's like, you know what, I'm not your fight, go on. Get by, as Phelan is now in the pit, so that's opened that up. So what about Dudley here now? What is Dudley gonna be able to do? Still going good, so that's Holloway and Warren swapping positions. So, oh, Holloway dropped it, but has just kept it out of the barrier. Great save there from Giles. So Phelan's leaving the pits there. Giles will be delighted to keep that out of the wall. Don't forget, this is only his third race in ACC ever, without running racing line or anything like that as well, so he's doing a phenomenal job there. So big up Giles. Brilliant stuff there. Looking here now, elsewhere, Stacey's only 7 seconds off Baz. Tedder now 9.3 seconds. So Gamble is starting to pull away from Tedder here. Gamble's having a phenomenal race there. Probably munching on some Pringles now, being happy up in his loft. Although he won't be too happy coming into the winter unless he's added a little bit more heaters up there as well. As Esposito has decided to pit, he's broke the ducks back four. So let's see now what Dudley can do in free air. Can he pull a gap? Can he gap out to Esposito? Let's see how long is Esposito stopped for. That's going to make a huge difference for Dudley. I was waiting to see 13, 14. He's hardly. Is he doing the tire change now? Or is he just doing fuel? If it was fuel, it'd be gone by now. I think he is doing a tire change, is exactly what's happening there. There we go. It's 32 seconds stopped from Esposito. So if Dudley wants to do tires now and gets the fueling just right, he might be able to jump him. He could save 2 seconds if he gets the 30-second stop done. It's all ifs and buts though. Dudley doing a great job there. Dr. Evil is doing a phenomenal job. So at the minute he's up 10 positions as well, guys, which is great. Batak though is going to be fighting with Giles now, and he's second. So let's see how this goes. He's going to have to let off a bit. The flashes are on. Ooh. He's put Giles off, so Giles is letting by with looks of it there. Ran a bit wide, and that's Batak through there. Good stuff. It's all about a bit of pressure. But going very, very good at the minute for everybody out there. It's nice and smooth, to be fair. Now looking, so Esposito ended out in P6 after that. So he's in between Tedder and Gamble. So Gamble has jumped by Esposito through that pit sequence, but I don't think Gamble took tyres that time. How long was Tedder stopped for as well? So Tedder and Gamble stopped for the exact same time, interestingly enough. So Gamble has really done that on pureness or merit and pace. So Manzico here, he'll be with Tedder in about 10, what about 6, 7 laps, I'd say. He's on the fastest lap of the race last lap of 1:57.7. Everybody else the last lap was not near that. They're all in the 2 minutes. So that'll be quite interesting. Matty Gamble though is starting to catch Darren Christie as we speak. Esposito's right behind him as well now. Matty's doing a phenomenal job here. He's putting the pressure on Christie just enough. He's not overly aggressive either. No flashing the lights from him. He just focuses on the race at hand. Doing a great job there. Esposito 1.9 seconds off these guys. How close is he? 0.3 of a second. 0.2. Not close enough as of yet. Not close enough as of yet. Esposito is coming right with them. So Tether 7.2 seconds off Mr. Manzico at the minute. So Manzico definitely coming in closer and closer every single time. This is it, that's the move. Matty Gamble is through. Christie hasn't fighted it too much. And Esposito now is right behind Matty Gamble. Race is on. Esposito on the faster tyres, is on fresh tyres. Matthew has not changed tyres yet. The good news is for Dudley though, Matthew Gamble's a fast driver and is well able to fight if he needs to for position with someone of similar pace. So Esposito could be held up here, which would be great news for Mr. Dudley. As Cal Masters had a little bit of a moment there, but he's back on. We're going to jump straight back on though to Esposito and Matthew Gamble. Great stuff there from both of them. Let's see how they do now. Esposito 0.6 of a second off Matty. He's not pulling in on just yet. Matty's doing enough. You can see there through the corners he's after pulling about 2/10 back. He's a wily old fox as well. So the good news is for Dudley, he's essentially nearly a pit stop away, I think, at this stage. At the average pit time here seems to be all in. Well, with tyres is 59 seconds, 35 seconds, 24 seconds for Polyami. That was a definite splash and dash, so very interesting the differences there. So it'll be interesting to see when Dudley decides to pit there. Esposito is absolutely on it there. Manzico's now only three seconds off Chris Tedder as well, so that's definitely after coming in way faster than I thought as well. So Chris probably won't fight him, I don't think. I don't see the point that he would. Esposito is trying his very best, but he is just not doing much there in terms of getting by. Matty is Dr. Evil is in the pits. Tedder now has Manzico 1.6 seconds off him now. So I think Tedder's, he'll probably just let him by. It's like he knows that his race. To be fair, he was cursing why he picked the BMW, because he did pick the BMW last minute joining in racing instead of being in the Commons box last week. So I see for next season it looks like he's swapping between cars. I'm going to safely say he's going to be in the Audi though. I'm going to call it. Nobody really knows with Chris what's going to happen, but I do think it's going to be the Audi for him. So it's going to be interesting if Dudley goes into pits as Giles goes into the pits now. So Manzico is right on the back now of Chris Tedder. Chris will probably try to fight him. He's holding his own though, as is Chris, and he goes wide to let him by, I think, more than anything else. So I thought he was going to give that little fight there. Gamble and Esposito had a bit of a swapping moment. I'm going to go back 15 seconds to see. That's just Mr. Esposito went a bit wider. There wasn't much in that one there, to be fair. Interesting. So Giles is now still in the pits. Cam Masters though, getting close. Is he doing tyres? He must be doing tyres, yeah. Yeah, there he goes. Matthew Gamble is in for his second pit. Now, this is going to be very interesting. How long does Matthew Gamble stop for? He's probably going to have to do tyres now, but he's done it in such a nice zone as well, halfway through the race. Very, very smart move from Matty. That's his second and last pit stop, done and dusted. That's it. Oh, Giles has had a bit of a moment, but he's back on. Phelan's having a great race there. I feel like I haven't been able to get everybody on stream, so I'm going to try and give everybody a bit of airtime as much as I can as well. Phelan repping Ireland, obviously Brennan's bred. You've got RTE, Guinness, Jemson, you name it. If it's Irish, it's on it. So Dr. Evil is in the pits again. Stacey Ellis doing a great job. He's only 4 seconds off Mr. Baz O'Neill here. And the revised livery here for him. I really do like that car. I really, really like that car. Giles doing a great job there in 14. Cam Masters then in 13th position. Brit America, fuck yeah, up in 12th. Dr. Evil then, or Trevel, is in 11th position with Matty Gamble in 10th and has all his pit stops clear. And just so you know, yeah, he was stopped 32 seconds well, so that was your tyre change. Tech then up in P9, Polyamy P8. Nathan Moran doing a great job there in P7 in that Boatley. With then Chris Tedder in P6. Manzico in P5 and chasing everybody down for the sport of it. As Holloway's in the pits. Dudley's only coming out of the pits. Sorry guys, I missed that one there. And Dudley was stopped for 33 seconds, so that is a 100% tyres change. So he has come out behind Esposito and actually lost a bit of time to Esposito with 3.3 seconds. Those fresh tyres paying dividend for Esposito there. So I think John may be a little bit annoyed at himself for maybe not pitting sooner to counteract the tyre change. As Holloway is coming out of the pits and Christie is in the pits there now. So Manzico is only 4.4 seconds behind Mr. Dudley now. I can just see how close he's getting to Dudley there now. So Christie coming out with the pits, Gamble's ahead, Patek's ahead, and he stays ahead of Dr. Evils. Stacey's after having a disconnect, is he? It's just stopped anyway, I don't know what's going on there with Stacey. That's a replay we're looking at as well, so he's been stopped a while. Interesting to see what happened with him there. So he's still stopped on the track, so there's obviously something not right there with Stacey. Hopefully he can get whatever it is sorted, whether it's a disconnect or something like that. And he's racing on his new wheel as well tonight. He's still stopped on the track. There's obviously an issue there. Right on the exit of the corner as well. Stacey, try and move that if you can, or reset to the pits, bro. That is in a danger zone. Yeah, Stacey needs to try and move that car ASAP. Stacey, try and move your car, bud. There's a virtual safety car working now. He's gone back into pits. That's grand. Don't know what's happened there with Stacey. Cam Masters is off though. The Tether's in the pits now for his second time as well. That's going to be very, very interesting in terms of where now Matty Gamble comes with him. And Matty's been on fresh tyres there as well. She's not moving just yet, which means Gamble is going by, but Gamble is being held up by Batek. Batek's trying to fight Matty, but I think now... Oh, he's still going for Matty, has to let off. Oh, Masters after having a huge accident there. What's happened? Was it just the curb? Oh, he lost it on the curb. Luckily enough, it spun around and he's able to keep it going, but that was a huge incident. So Matty Gamble here is stuck behind Mr. Batek, but not for too much longer. Batek has gone by. So Batek, I think, realises that's not his fight. Give it up. So Dudley, 3.6 seconds off Esposito here. So Dudley is absolutely having the race of his life again against Esposito. Unfortunately, Chico not in with them tonight with his connection issues for his wheel, which is sad. So let's see now what happens between them. Manzico, as you can hear in the background. I think Manzico's just relaxing, although he had a bad last lap. I don't know whether it's him just going slow or was it traffic. That would be interesting to see now. That is really weird. So Stacey had an issue, weird, lost all control. You could change gears, reset to the garage eventually, but the game will let him race. I wonder, is that just the steering wheel connection issue then? That's very unusual. Very, very unusual, Stacey. So Esposito in first position. Phenomenal job there from him. He got the strategy right tonight. He really did get rid of that Ferrari pit crew after Valencia. Fair play to him. So Batek is in the pits there now. Trevel is right behind Cam Masters now. Cam obviously sporting a bit of front damage now as well. It's not going to feel absolutely A1 anymore for him on the straights. That'll be interesting to see what he can do with that one there. So Batek now has Brick on by him as well, so he's dropped a few positions there. Looking there, see if he can get back going. Wheel working fine. This one's disappeared. That's really weird. Try and get the car back on, because you know yourself, you can still get points if you can get it back going, mate. So on with Tether there now. 9th position, coming up to Darren Christie. Do you know what? He's not doing a bad job in a car that he's not practiced in, to be fair about it. You gotta give him that props. That's really weird. Press escape maybe, Stacey, to see there's a pull up any menus. That sounds really, really weird. That there's nothing showing up on the game. As Nathan Moran's in the pits, as is Cam Masters. So Manzico's 6.2 seconds now off Dudley, so he's definitely dragging him in. They're 58.2 he's doing last lap, while Dudley's a 59.1, so a second the lap he's pulling in. He's absolutely on another level, different gravy. And we're down to the last 35 and a bit minutes of this race. Zico doing a great job there. Tether that up into 8th position. Baz is in 16th, of course. Masters down to 15, but Baz could possibly jump Masters. So Masters leaving the pits now. I think this is Baz is going to probably get ahead of Masters. Yeah, he is indeed. So Nathan Warren has come out just behind Britt. So let's see what Nathan can do to the end here now. Looking at the stops. So Esposito and Dudley have to pit again. I think Manzico has to pit again. Aaron has to pit again. Christie has to pit again. Giles, Baz have to pit again. Everybody else has done 2 pits. Tether is getting closer to Mr. Christie. Dudley's after pulling in about half a second. Esposito, it's down to 2.7 seconds there as well. There's definitely a bit of work going on there for Dudley. Tether doing a great job there. So Polyami's in for his last stop there now, as he's going through. Let's see how long he stopped for as well. So Esposito and Dudley are up 1 position each. Manzito's down 2, but you have to kind of feel Manzenko, sorry, I'm saying that name wrong, Manzenko is definitely on, I think, for the win today. Let there be no doubt about that. As that is Feeling getting out of the way of Tether and Christie. So Britt might get by Polyami there next as well. Depends how long Polyami stopped. He's nearly 30 seconds stopped now. Engines on. And there we go. He was 32 seconds stopped. Fair play to him there. So there you go. You've got Darren Christie now. Chris Tether just ahead of him. And then Feeling. Let's go back 30 seconds and get a look at that as it happens. So Chris is behind. Chris right on it there, and you know what, Christie runs it a bit wide and just thought, you know what, I'm not going to fight you, go on boy. Fair enough. I'd say Chris was very appreciative of that. We're going to jump on Britt because this comes off the replay now. He's right behind Polyami. Great job from Britt there, soldiering on after a tough start. And as we say that, Christie is sticking with Tether as well, by the way, guys. Oh, Giles, after having a more massive moment there. What has happened there? The curbs have been killing people, and another curb. Yeah, that was a snap. There's nothing he could have done. Minimal damage for what it could have been. But he's back going anyway. Fair play, Giles. Keep it up. Just think of it as a learning curve as well. Like, you're still only new to the game, so I wouldn't be worrying too much, Giles. Darren Christie still 0.4 of a second off Mr. Tether. Manzico staying 4 seconds off Dudley. Dudley 2.6 seconds off Esposito. Christie's doing a great job. He's dropped off now though. Holloway in the pits there. Baz now up by him. But on here now with Dudley. Doing a phenomenal job. Darren Christie is still sticking with Heather here. Dudley will have Manzico coming soon. Manzico's down to 3 and a bit seconds now off him. He's 2.2 seconds off Esposito. You can hear that engine getting louder from that AMG Mercedes with every lap. Britt Batsby is coming across Polyamy soon enough. He's 1.9 seconds off him as well. So you're starting to see these battles come back into it now. Baz O'Neill is only 3 seconds off Cam Masters. It is all happening here now. Aaron Holloway, a phenomenal job from him up in P4 as well. He hasn't really got much of a mention in a while, but give him a little bit of love there. He's been absolutely on it. To be absolutely honest about it, he's done a great job tonight, and he's really starting to shine both in Formula 1 and in the ACC kind of things as well. Like, he's doing such a good job, to be fair about that. Absolutely flying out there, guys. Darren Christie though is keeping Tedder honest by no stretch of the imagination, as Twist Tedder had it too easy once he's let him by, because he still seems the same pace as him as well. Christie doing an amazing job there. And Giles is back out, great to see him. Let's see who he gets on now. He needs to get it to the end, get those points in. Every minute he has out there is an extra minute of practice. Master's doing a phenomenal job there as well. He's kept it going. For all these drivers who mightn't be up at the top epsilon just yet, it's all about getting those laps in. And Stacey there, only message from the guard, server not showing a menu. Looks like it's an ACC issue. That's really weird, Stacey. I've never heard of that. I'll have to support my boy Baz. Go Baz. You were racing him, now you're supporting him. Sure, that's fair. But it's nice though that you do that. And Zico down to 2.7 seconds off Dudley. Dudley 1.7 seconds off Esposito. Christie's 1.8 seconds off Tedder now. That's dropped. Must have had a little bit of a moment. We're going to jump on now with Manzico here, because this guy has been phenomenal so far. He's been so fast. Like the fastest lap in the race at 157.547, and it was like 156.9 in qualifying. Like, you don't get that everywhere. That's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This is what we like to see now. It's 2.1 seconds for Manzico and 2.2 seconds then for Dudley to Esposito. 2.1 seconds for Christie for Tedder. 3.1 for Britt to Polyamy. So there's still a good battles to go, and we still have exactly 27.5 minutes to go. This 90-minute race, it's different gravy. I love them. Absolutely love the 90-minute races. Manzico doing a phenomenal. 1.6 seconds off Mr. Dudley now. On with Dudley. This is anybody's now. Matty Gamble ahead of Tedder by 16.1 seconds. Matty's really just been in his own league. I do feel without that incident at going on, I think it was no, it wasn't the hanger straight, it was the other back straight. I think Matty could have been definitely looking at a P4 finish here. I don't know if he would have been closer to Dudley or Esposito tonight, because I know he didn't get any practice on this. He jumped in on the last minute, so even P4 would have been absolutely great. I'm sure he would have been delighted, but P5 at the minute, can't go wrong. Actually, looking at that, he will be P4 because Aaron still has to pit. So goddamn, Matthew Gamble is having the race of his life out there. That's absolutely brilliant, Matty. Fair play to you, man. Fair play to you. Giles doing a great job there in 16, keeping it going, which is the main thing. So Dudley has pulled the butter. He's decided to jump into that pit stop, get it done with. I am definitely assuming this is going to be a splash and dash. He'd be crazy not to do a splash and dash. Let's see how long he stopped for. I'm expecting 2 or 3 seconds. There we go. That says a 6-second stop. So let's see now what Esposito is going to react to that one there. And he has Manzenko right behind him. Let's see what all these can do. So you can just see there in the background, Manzenko is hunting down Esposito with 24 minutes to go. And Masters, after having a bit of a moment, but he's doing okay. As I say, that feelings after having one now as well. People are finding the limits of the track. That's Brit now after getting by anyway. So Brit wasn't held up with anything going on. You've seen Nathan Moran down behind chasing down Brit. Manzico 1.8 seconds off Manzico. Dudley still sitting in P3. 32.8 seconds off Manzico. Aaron Holloway in P4. Batek's on the yellow flag. What's happened, Batek? Probably just went off slightly and back on. Not enough to warrant a replay anyway. Still doing a great job. Great race tonight. No major incidents, I don't think, for Batek as well, which is nice to see. I'll back him. I'll keep backing him. But Manzico now, we're going to have to jump on here because he's absolutely on it. I think the sandbags are starting to come out. He wants to get the race win. After starting on pole, he decides to start from the pits and then be about 30 odd seconds down from last place, and then decides to start moving. And even at that, I think he could have done this a bit quicker. He was kind to the guys this evening, I think, but that's it. It's going to be interesting to see as the faster guys join in with FFG. There will be some amazing racing throughout, and there will be different split tiers going in. If we do get loads of drivers for season 2 and loads of fast and slow, obviously there's going to be a mixed tier grid like they do in real life. You'll have your pro-ams, and possibly rookies thrown in depending on how big the difference are for all the drivers. Just replying to a message there, guys. But phenomenal stuff. Manzico easily gets into the lead, gets the job done on Esposito. You know, he's been in a league of his own today, let's be fair about that. The next thing is, can Esposito come out ahead of Dudley? As looking at the pit times, you lose about 32-ish seconds stopped if you do a quick splash and dash. And he's only about 32.7 seconds ahead of Dudley. So has Dudley's little move been good? Has he really made a good move with this one? He's sitting in around the 32.5 mark. Time will tell with Esposito how long he stopped for, as Trevel had a yellow flag moment, but I'm assuming that he might have went wide because he didn't look out of shape at all. Cam Masters unfortunately is after going off there. Come on Cam, get it to the end, mate. Every lap is experience, that's the way we look at it. Phelan is in the pit, so I'm wondering, was there a moment maybe with them? Possible contact, let's go on, have a look. Oh, there was contact with Masters and Trevel, that's what it was. That is unlucky. That is very unlucky. And then there was other possible contact here as well. No, that was just Holloway off the track. Ah, that's fine. That is all gravy. So Esposito is only 32 seconds. So Dudley's pulled in a little bit of time here as well. So Duds might have the jump for P2. It's all going to play out in the next few minutes. There's another 14 minutes left of Manzico's in his pit stop for his last pit now. So there's literally about, what, 13.5 minutes left of the pit window. Then it closes for 5 minutes to go. And every driver needs to have their pit stops done before that. Otherwise, it will be awkward. So Manzico still stopped there. That's Dudley going by. So Dudley, I think, went for a faster pit stop. Manzico stopped for 13 seconds. So he definitely stopped for a few seconds longer. Probably putting a little bit more fuel than needed. He'll have a race in his hand for the last few minutes. He'll definitely be putting in a few quali laps near the end, I'd say, to get this done. So now it's all down to Esposito. When does he pit? Does he go and get it done and get it over with? Absolutely brilliant. So he's 31.1-ish seconds clear of Dudley. Is he going to have enough to make it? But we're going to go through the field. So we've got Giles out there in P16. Baz out there in P15. Had a bit of a moment, but looks like it's back on. Phelan then in P14. Cam in P13. Trevel in P12. Batek in P11. Is he flashing Dudley? Maybe just a blinker's going by because Dudley always gives the hazards. Warren in P10. Britt in P9. Polyamy is in P8. Darren Christie's P7. Tedder is in P6. Gamble is in P5. Essentially P4 once Holloway pits then. Holloway then is in P4 present. Then we've got Manzenko in P3, but he's only 4.8 seconds behind Mr. Dudley, who is 31.1 seconds behind Esposito. And Esposito is still yet to do his last pit stop. So it will be interesting to see what he does do. So when is he going to pit is the question. So we've got Darren Christie coming into the pits as well. So that is for his second pit stop. So it's Aaron and Esposito are the two last to pit. I have a horrible feeling here Esposito is going to lose out on P2 and essentially could possibly be a race win if Manzenko decides not to go for the race win. Because, you know, Manzenko, he does have the pace, let's be fair. So let me see. So Manzenko now is down to 3.8 off Mr. Dudley. Aaron's only 3.5 seconds off them. Matty Gamble's 16.3 seconds off them. Let's see how they go. So Giles in the pits. Nathan Warren only 1.9 seconds off Britt now as well. He's slowly kind of sticking in around the same pace. It looks like he pulls a few tenths, then Britt pulls a few tenths back. So it's just kind of, you take one step forward and I'll pull another step back to you. Very, very interesting there. Polyami 29 seconds off Tether. And Mighty Gamble's been super impressive tonight. Manzico obviously has been another level. He only joined FFG today. And oh my, showing massive pace from the get-go. Absolutely huge pace is all we can say in that. It'll be interesting to see though, as more kind of these faster guys come in. It's a good challenge, I think, for the people in FFG who are really, really fast as well. I might give them a bit more motivation as well. He's a second off Dudley. Dudley's back to about 31.0 seconds off Esposito. So Esposito now really needs to start pushing if he's going to hold on to essentially P2, because Zenko is right there. Esposito is definitely pulling out. So Manzico now is just about to try and make his move on Duds. So let's jump on to that. Audi versus Audi. I think he's just waiting. So Dudley doesn't want to lose time fighting here. Dudley just wants him to go by in his own pace. Dudley just wants to stay at the pace that he's at. He can't afford to slow down because it's going to cost him essentially a possible shot at P2. So he's going to have to hope Manzico just goes about it in his own way without losing him much time, because he's going to go for it there. Oh, Dudley has to get out of it. Oh, that's cost Dudley big time. That's about a second nearly for Dudley by the time he recomposes himself. So Manzico's through, as we expected. Esposito's gone for it now. I'm going to stay on with Dudley because this is going to be massively interesting as the fight for P2 this is for. Thank you for the follow there as well. Laughing. Great to have you on board. If you're into doing a bit of sim racing on FFG, give us a shout. We run Formula 1 on Tuesdays, and you can look at the replay of that on YouTube or on Twitch. I live stream both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and of course if you want to join our ACC, it is a PC league that is on here now. So as we have it, guys, there, Esposito, yeah, he's come back out just behind Dudley there, 7.5 seconds off. So unfortunately for him, that pit stop of 12 seconds was just too much. And Dudley has pulled off a great move into P2 there. Fair play to Dudders. He doesn't have the best looking lips in Wales for nothing. Chris Tedder though is all over the back of Aaron Holloway, so Aaron's pitted to release Matty Gamble, and now Tedder is chomping at the bit at a possible P5 finish here, which I'm sure he would absolutely be delighted with. But obviously Aaron's going to do everything in his power to keep him ahead, or keep himself ahead now. He's had a great race. He's had a once-off livery just for Silverstone. Hopefully he keeps it longer, because it's actually a really nice livery. He's done a great job on it. Nathan then, of course, is in P9 fighting with Batsy. But yeah, Zenko, I need to do. Manzenko is in a league of his own today, guys. Let's be fair about it. He's put on an exhibition. An absolute exhibition of a race. We're down to about 8.5 minutes to go. So, will Chris Tedder get by Aaron Holloway? Will Nathan Moran get by Britt, because he also has Darren Christie chomping at the bit right behind him? So the race is on for these guys. It's coming into the final stages of it now. Unless something crazy happens at Manzenko, he is absolutely on for the win. He's already 2.4 seconds clear of Dudley. Dudley is about 8.2 seconds ahead of Esposito, who's about 12 seconds ahead of Gamble. Tedder 0.4 off Mr. Holloway. And then you have here Mr. Christie 0.6 off Nathan Moran, who is 0.6 off Britt Batsey. So there's still some nice battles going on in the midfield for position, and legitly so. Nathan's car is just a thing of beauty. Oh, I love that Bentley. You cannot look at that car and say that's not a beautiful looking car, because it really is. So not much has changed so far in terms of these positions and gaps at the minute. Just looking at both of them there, it's still super close. Chris is slightly closer now to Aaron, but he's not close enough. He's lost a little bit of ground there to Aaron as well. Weird seeing him in a Beamer, I have to say. But fair play to him, he's giving it everything. He's not afraid to drive it on. Oh, as I say that, Christie's after spinning. And the McLaren does not like those curbs at all. That was just super unfortunate. It absolutely lifted in the air. That was like a landing for Ryanair, how hard he hit that. Very unlucky there for Mr. Christie, but Warren is still tight there with Bats. And then Tedder is still there with Aaron as well. Dudley's now 4.2 seconds away now from Manzenko. Esposito 9.3 seconds off. Matthew Gamble's pulling in Esposito. Matthew will be wanting for another half an hour there to try and get that podium, as he's definitely pulling in. Doing a great job there from all of these at the minute. But yeah, fastest lap of the race, guys, as well. It's phenomenal. 157.5. As we're down to the last 5 minutes, that's the pit window closed, guys. Tonight, everybody had to do 2 mandatory stops. It was mandatory fuel, but they could do splash and dash of 1 second or 3 seconds, what they wanted to do. But of course, with it being a 90-minute race, they did all want to change tyres at least once. So I think everybody has done a tyre change. There's Batek. No, has dropped it. Coming back to have a look here. Let's go on board with the helicopter. So he gets around there quite nice, but just, I don't know what happened there. Too much luck, and onto the grass he goes. That was a self-forced error there, I would say. Or maybe hardware-related issue, possibly either. But Nathan Warren now is right, only half a second off Brit. And that's the closest he's been in quite a while. Tedder's dropped off to about a second off Aaron now, so Aaron's doing a great job with 4 minutes to go. Can Aaron hold on to P5? Matthew Gamble down to 8.8 seconds with Esposito. I tell you one thing, 10 more minutes for Matthew might change this race. Unbelievable. Best lap at 157.5. John Dudley at 158.9. So John Dudley was faster over 1 lap than Mr. Esposito. Interesting. Spaz doing a great job in 15th, Cam in 14th, Giles obviously in 16th, but not too far off Mr. Baz. Trev or Phelan then in 13th position, doing a great job. Trevel is in 12th. We'll go through the whole lot of them, give them one more bit of airtime. So there's Giles there. He's going to keep it going, not a bother. Fair play to him. Then Baz then is in 15th. Cam up to 14th there. Great job from Cam. The Macca probably not an ideal track, if we're honest, for the Macca for top line speed, but Phelan done a great job up in P13. Then Trevel jumped in and joined at the last minute. We got him signed with the server just before the server opened, so fair play to him. Batek then is now getting out of the way of Aaron and Mr. Tedder. Christie then is in P10. Nathan's in P9, still fighting with Britt. That's dropped off a little bit. Then we have Polyamy then in P7, kind of a bit lonely by himself. Not much happening for him there. Then we have Chris Tedder then all over the back of Aaron, but Aaron is still doing enough. Aaron's doing a great race out there, the race of his life. Then we have Matthew Gamble down to 7.4 seconds off Esposito. So unfortunately Gamble needed a few more minutes, and I think he would have got that P3. But Manzico 6.5 seconds off, sitting comfortably in the 158s still at the minute. Unbelievable stuff there. So by the looks of it here, this could possibly next time around for him be the last lap once he goes through. So I think we're going to have one more lap, guys, and this will be this race done with for them. But Tedder now has a lap and a half to try and get the move done on Aaron. Nathan Warren is a bit closer as well. He has a lap and a half also. Tedder's getting close. It's the closest we've seen it now. It's only 0.2, 0.3 of a second off.
Leaders on final lap now.
It's final lap now, but this is still a battle that's going on. And as this is happening, Nathan Warren is right there with Britt as well. But Britt seems to just be able to pull away slightly with the traction out of the corners. Obviously the Bentley wouldn't be ideally bopped. But it just goes to show how good Nathan Warren is driving that car to be fighting as hard as he has been fighting. Trevel and Batek having another battle as well. So coming into the last lap, everybody's getting a little bit punchy here now. Unbelievable stuff here. So this guy, we have to stay on him for a minute unless I see something happening getting closer. Manzenko has put on an absolute showcase. He's only joined FFG and he's been absolutely rapid here around Silverstone for this 90-minute race this evening. And yeah, like 156.9 in quali, a 157.5 in the race trim, and that was with good fuel as well. It's been absolutely amazing. There's no other way of saying it. Fair play to him. I just hope I can get a few more of the fast guys in and keep the likes of him in here as well, because it's great to have these guys in the pro split and then having a split, the pro-am split, then looking up to be up trying to race these guys in the coming races. So this is very interesting. He's going to come around the final turn, and his first time in FFG and his first race win in FFG. Manzenko, an absolutely flawless race. Pole position, starts from the back and gets the race win. John Dudley though will be absolutely over the moon with this one here. He's done nothing wrong today and he's got everything right. P2 for Mr. Dudley. Esposito's coming around into P3, flashing those lights as well there, and he's delighted with that there. Another podium, as the guys here were doing a little bit. That's a celebration for you there. So Gamble comes across then in P4. Fair play to Matthew. Aaron Holloway is holding off Tedder though. Aaron is going to hold off Chris Tedder all the way to the line. Very well done for Aaron. He will be delighted with that one there. Chris Tedder giving the flash of approval as well. That's what we like to see in P5 for him. And it's not over yet though for Britt and Nathan Warren, because these guys are still dueling and Nathan Warren is super close here. Can the Boatley out-drag the Ferrari in the last sector of this race? He's down to .1. He's going to try it. Britt's going to go cut him across. Oh, look at this. Nathan's going to go for it. He's giving it everything. And unfortunately, Britt has done just enough for him to hold on to P6. So Britt's going to be delighted with that one there. P6 for Britt as he crosses the line there now. Very, very well done to him. P7 then for Nathan Warren. P8 for Christie on his debut in FFG as well. Very well done to Darren Christie there. Batek is in P9. Trevel's in P10. Feeling the last car out there coming around in P11 with Cam 13. Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant, guys. Very well done to all the drivers today. That was a tough one. We will turn off this not being able to rejoin into the race server. So if guys do have disconnects, that will be absolutely sorted for next week, because it was very sad for Dominic East on his debut not to be able to go because his steering wheel disconnected. And unfortunately to reset that, you normally to restart the game. So we will change that for the next race and onwards in FFG. So let's have a look then at, is anyone looking to have a chat with me? Okay, we have the two Holloway brothers. Gonna drag these in here. I'm gonna start with the good Holloway brother, which is Giles first. How are you getting on?
I mean,
That
decent race, I guess.
It was a tough one for you, but it's great to get the experience, especially in a dark race like that. And it's not a well-lit track as well.
Yeah, I just couldn't get that McLaren driving today.
It's not a McLaren strong track. Like, it's an okay track for it, but it's not its strongest.
We seem to go to a lot of McLaren shit tracks then.
Yeah, well, this next season's amazing. If you've looked at next season, it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some in practice, there was quite a bit of poor conduct driving from a lot of people. You know, you'd be on a flying lap, someone would come out the pits and they just wouldn't give way to you.
Oh, okay.
And also, I think we need to have a limit on flashes, because there's certainly one driver out there who overuses them, in my opinion. But at the end of the day,
It depends. If it's more than once at a corner, it's definitely something to look at. But you are allowed flash. But like, obviously, if you're racing hard, people try to do it to put you off.
I mean, there's a difference, in my opinion, between racing hard and being a knobhead.
Fair. No, that's fair. But obviously, report if there's anything like that you want to look at, by all means, please do. We can absolutely put in a rule in place. That's not an issue. So, like, any suggestions, we have the suggestion area at the top of the Discord. What's it called? What do they call it? Community feedback. So pop it in there. We're more than happy to look at stuff like that and then maybe put a ruling on it, like limit maybe how many flashes one could do, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, especially in a night race, it is more of a distraction technique than a, you know.
Well, that's what it is. It is part of it. It's part of playing games.
As I said, I think there's a difference between getting a position on merit and forcing someone into an error. But
it's part of the game, though, as well. No, I understand, but I do understand. But all in all, though, I think it's been a great experience for you, though, in terms of getting more experience, especially in different conditions. Like, it is only your third actual league race in ACC, don't forget. So you're still doing an amazing job out there, mate.
Yeah.
You know, so you definitely have to give yourself a pat on the back. Unfortunately, we're going to have to give your brother a pat on the back. Like, last night, he done a great job, and unfortunately tonight he's done another great job to hold Tether off with the pressure in the last few minutes of the race as well. Aaron, in the special livery as well, how happy are you with that one?
Oh, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was sweating so much. Cheddar put so much pressure on me. I couldn't. Yeah, that was a good race. Like, I made a couple mistakes in the first stint. Like halfway through, the tires were just so bad. But then towards the end of it, they just came back to me, and I was setting personal bests again. So that was a bit weird. But yeah,
that's what happens with the graining on them. It's a very weird tire model that they done, but I like it because they die for a bit. You struggle and it comes back.
Yeah, and I was just keep it clean, keep it consistent. I can't believe I'm P5. Like, quali P10 was a stretch. Like, I really struggled to get that P10 lap. Yeah. But then race pace wise, I mean, look at me. I was battling. Oh no, Tedder was faster, but he still wasn't fast enough to get past. So.
Yeah.
Oh wow, my race pace is so much better than quali, but that Sunday's where it matters, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly it. The race day is exactly where it matters, and you've done a great job there. But well done to both of you. The Holloway brothers are still on the takeover, which is crazy to see still. Both in F1 and in ACC. So well done to both of you lads, genuinely.
Okay. Cheers.
It's been very good. Guys, I want to thank everyone for watching, all the people who followed, whether it's on Twitch or on YouTube. It's a pleasure to have you in. Don't be afraid to join in the racing as well. But yeah, for the race winner there, Manzenk was just, he was on a different gravy tonight. It was just unbelievable. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you for our next stream next Tuesday.